The Immortal John Hancock here, and today I'm doing a fun comparison of Spider-Man video games then and now. I thought it'd be great to go back and compare the very first video game for Marvel and Spider-Man's very first video game for the Atari 2600, labeled Spider-Man, and compare it to PlayStation 4's recent Spider-Man game, Spider-Man. And, you know, I can't believe how far the graphics have come and the differences in technology. And so in this video, I just kind of share both of these games. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy the video. I don't know exactly when I picked up this Spider-Man. It was probably in the early 90s, but it's pretty decent. Parker Brothers made several Atari 2600 games. Most of them are above average. And so here we go. I want to look at the packaging here. It is a two-part box with a cardboard insert. I mean, it's just screaming the 80s here. Very simple premise. You're pretty much climbing buildings, avoiding the Green Goblin, and defusing bombs and taking out villains for points. Here's my cart. It has a little bit of residue from the glue underneath the label. And the manual, what you're noticing is the manual is missing its corner because people would cut out the proof of purchase points and redeem them for various things. If you did this back in the day, I would love to hear your story, and please put it in the comments, as I got several different people telling me different things those proof of purchase points were used for. That's a catchy little tune. Alright, here's Spider-Man for the 2600, and you're climbing up a building. You have to be careful where you sling your web, as you can fall to your death. And so you're taking out various villains just by touching them, and also defusing bombs. Black bombs are 50 points, and red bombs are 80 points. Pretty challenging game. So here's Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4. I did pick this up on a Black Friday special of this last year. I think I paid as little as 10 bucks. Gosh, it was a great deal, and I actually kept it sealed for quite a bit. And when I finally opened it up, the DLC is actually on the insert there, so there isn't a manual, wah wah. But what's kind of cool is the insert itself is reversible. I thought that was pretty cool. And, you know, for a $10 game, I think it retails for like 40 bucks. I was pleasantly surprised by how amazing, get it, this game is. Let's check it out. And when I first was playing it, I was just blown away by the graphics. I mean, I hadn't played a Spider-Man game in quite a while, and I really felt like this one got everything right. And so from the get-go, I was just mesmerized by the amazing graphics of the PlayStation 4. And just to compare it to the original 2600, gosh, we've came a long way with graphics and gameplay. You know, simple high score game where you're climbing a building to full 3D roaming sandbox style game with tons of abilities and secret missions. I really enjoyed playing what I have so far of Spider-Man. I haven't beat it yet. About a third of the way through the main story, and want to continue playing it this summer. And so I just really love everything from, you know, like the time of day changes. It's completely open. You can choose when you want to do things. There's lots of hidden secrets as you explore around the city. Everything, the animation, depending on what you climb, it's different. It's really cool. And so I really have enjoyed what I played from Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4, but it's kind of funny. I went back to the Atari 2600 and really enjoyed the simple high score style of the 2600 game. In the PlayStation 4 one, there's different suits and abilities and technology upgrades. It's really an in-depth game. If you haven't played the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man, it's well worth it. It's one of the better games for the library. I know there's many fans of it. I would definitely probably put it in the top 10 for the PlayStation 4 overall. And what I like about it is it's long but not too long, and it's fun, and there's some different difficulty settings if you just want to play the game. It's great. Back to the 2600 game, it can get pretty challenging after about the third building, and so I found myself really not going for score, but actually the goal is to go up and to get past the Green Goblin at the top of the building, of every building, and so it became very challenging. Onto the PlayStation 4, this is one of the boss fights, Shocker, and it's really well done. The other thing I really like about the PlayStation 4 game is the combat. The combat is very satisfying in it. I found myself really enjoying going around, and it has a kind of a brawler feel to it. And I'm a big fan of brawler games, and so Spider-Man, you know, with his abilities and stuff, really just made this game a lot of fun. I didn't know what to expect. A lot of people talked about it. Some friends recommended it to me, saying, "Hey, I think this is a game you're really gonna like," and it's true. You know, I definitely really have enjoyed playing Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4, and look forward to playing the one on the PlayStation 5 when I eventually get one. And so this is a boss fight of the Shocker. It's about a third of the way into the story. I'm not going to try to ruin too much of it for you. Back to the 2600 game, I found myself very challenged with getting to the tops of the buildings. You have to be very careful on where you sling your web. You can save yourself if you fall. The gauge there is not a timing gauge. It's actually spider fluid. It's your web fluid, and as you use it, you run out. And so by capturing and defusing bombs and taking out villains, you can regain some of your web cartridge fluid. And so there's a Green Goblin there, and you have to evade him and get to the top and go on to the next building. Pretty challenging game. Obviously, it's just kind of crazy to see the different, you know, the Green Goblin scene in the original 2600 versus, you know, the crazy graphics of the PlayStation 4. It's just mind-boggling how far we've come in 4 decades, and so it really makes me think of like what's next. You know, I predict probably within 25 years, easily we'll probably be playing holograms in our living room. So just fun. Whatever game that you enjoy to play, if you're just a classic gamer or you're more of a modern gamer playing PlayStation 4, Spider-Man's got you covered. And it's both of them are fun in different ways. You know, I found myself very challenged playing the original 2600 game. I found myself kind of funny. You know, it is kind of a high score game. You know, capturing villains and defusing bombs. If the bombs go off near you, though, it knocks you off the skyscraper. And you can save yourself by slinging a web, but it's pretty tough. And so I found myself just really trying to focus on getting to the next building. There's 6 buildings. There's 3 difficulty settings as well. Really enjoyed fighting this boss fight against the Shocker. Not too tough, just was fun, and you know, with special abilities and stuff, and by tapping certain button commands at the right time, you do a finishing move. Pretty fun. Found myself really liking the difficulty setting on the PlayStation 4. It was the perfect balance where I didn't feel frustrated playing Spider-Man. I enjoyed just playing it, so I really like when games have these settings, because it makes the games more enjoyable, where you just want to play the game, beat the game, you know, watch the story, play through, and really looking forward to checking out the expansion content as well. And so here I am. I finally got to the 3rd stage on Spider-Man for the 2600, but it was very challenging, and I couldn't get past that. Probably if I played it over and over again, I could. But just wanted to show the crazy differences between the very first Spider-Man game and the recently released one for the PlayStation 4. It's just nuts, the graphics differences that we have achieved over many years. Looking forward to seeing what else is going to come out, because I'm sure it's going to look stunning. Even the PlayStation 5 Spider-Man, I can't wait to check it out. You brought this on yourself. So there you have it. Boy, technology has changed over time. My mind is blown on what is included in today's video games. I'm having a lot of fun playing Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4, but to be quite honest, going back and replaying Spider-Man on the Atari 2600, not a bad classic game. Very simplistic, but for 1982 it was pretty decent, and it's neat to see technology evolve to what it is today. I can't believe where we're going. Many more Spider-Man games are probably to come, and I can't wait to see what the technology offers in the future. What did you remember playing? Did you play either one of these games? Comment below, as I would love to hear from you. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and click the bell because I upload videos every week. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. Keep it positive. This is the Immortal John Hancock, and you take care.